Hello and welcome to a very special episode of the Shed Sessions, brought to you by Capulus Roastery and the Daily Grind. This is a special video for Sam Tinsley, who brought back some coffee beans for me from Indonesia in just some red plastic bags. That is just the best thing ever. Like, that's just coffee, bang, right there. Just coffee, plastic bag, boom, there it is. Anyway, so we're going to roast it up and we're going to see what it looks like. Okay, so here are the beans. They come from Indonesia, part of the northern Indonesian islands. Now there's only about 500 grams of them, so when I drop them in, I'm going to drop them at a lower temperature. But if you look at them, like, you're not sure if you can see it on the camera, but you should be able to. There's quite a lot of colour differences in the beans. That's not really an issue. It happens quite a lot, but it just shows that it's really a farming community. The beans aren't washed to, say, the standards of maybe a Colombian or something that produces a lot of coffee. So I'm really excited to see what these look like and see how they taste. Alright, so the beans are loaded up and I'm going to drop it in at 165. Normally I drop in at 180 for a kilo batch, but you don't have to drop in half of that if you're doing half a batch. 165 will be perfect. You've got to keep a good amount of heat in there. Alright, so the beans are in straight away. The temperature starts to drop as the beans soak up their heat. And so they're going to enter the drying phase pretty soon, and we'll see what happens. So without knowing too much about the beans, I can't really say how old they are, although just out of experience I say they look like a relatively new crop, or would have been last harvest, which might have been the start of this year. Also, there's a fair, what goes along with that discoloration in the green beans, mainly it means that they've definitely been sun dried, which is good. It's a natural way of drying beans. Not that there are unnatural ways of drying beans, but it's good, and it just it's a different way of doing it. So this looks like a good natural processed bean. And, can't really see a lot at the moment. They're just starting to change colour. Just starting to go through that drying phase now. Okay, so the beans have finished that drying phase and they're entering that caramelisation phase now. They've definitely changed colour. The other way you can tell if the beans naturally processed or not, as in like just machine processed, is that the natural processed beans always have a lot of chaff on them, and these ones definitely do have a lot of chaff on them. Just that outer layer of skin, and you can just see it loving life in there. Just anyway, the roaster will get rid of that, and yeah, we'll see how they go. So it's up to 160. Caramelization phase is going lovely. They're just starting to crack now, which is to be expected at this temp. So it's reacting pretty normally. So I'm just going to change the fan a bit and just dial down the gas to let it do its thing, and we'll just keep checking. See much deeper colour. There we go, starting to look like coffee now. Get rid of that char. It's going to be a bit of an early drop. This is, all I've got is this little 500 gram batch that Sam got me, so I don't really want to go too far and wreck it. So pick it up just before I drop it. Alright, we're getting very close now. We're at 175 on the bean temperature. Every other roast today has been coming out at 180. It's going to come out in just a couple of seconds. It'll be a good roast for our Chemex, Sam. Here we go. Boom. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. A little bit more discoloration than I thought there would be, but I'll just go through them, and it's probably just a bit of chaff or skin that hasn't come off yet. Looking good, Sammy. Here are your Indonesian beans, mate. Can't wait to taste them with you.